In the heart of Tokyo's financial district, where titans of global commerce conduct billion-dollar transactions before breakfast, exists a parallel universe of tranquility 34 floors above the street. The Aman Tokyo occupies the crown of Otemachi Tower, transforming it into a floating ryokan that would make 16th-century shoguns weep with envy. Here, morning light filters through washi paper screens to create the kind of illumination photographers spend careers trying to capture. Camphor wood perfumes the air with subtle notes that department store fragrance counters have spent fortunes attempting to bottle. And somewhere between your first sip of perfectly brewed Gyokuro tea and the moment you sink into your private onsen overlooking the Imperial Palace Gardens, you'll understand why certain experiences simply must be lived to be believed. Thus, in today's episode of Luxury Travel, we explore one of the most prestigious addresses in Tokyo, a hotel that redefines luxury through whispers rather than shouts. You know you've entered rarefied air when your arrival involves a 38-floor ascent to a lobby designed to make other five-star establishments feel like budget accommodations. Welcome to Aman Tokyo, the property that has single-handedly redefined what it means to experience Japanese luxury. And the 33-floor atrium soars skyward like a modern-day cathedral to opulence, with washi paper walls softening the natural light that cascades through floor-to-ceiling windows. My private banker actually mentioned this architectural marvel during our last portfolio review. Apparently, he'd hosted several rather productive meetings in their library. As the elevator doors part, one steps not into a mere hotel, but into a serene sanctuary that happens to float high above Tokyo's Otemachi business district. The check-in experience dispenses with such pedestrian concerns as standing at counters. Instead, you're guided to comfortable seating while refreshments appear as if conjured by invisible hands. The corner suite, priced at 350,000 yen per night, roughly 3,500 American dollars, occupies one of the building's coveted corners. At 180 square meters, it's larger than most Tokyo apartments, offering 270-degree panoramic views that capture Tokyo Bay, Rainbow Bridge, the Imperial Palace Gardens, and on particularly clear days, Mount Fuji herself in the distance. Floor-to-ceiling windows run the entire length of the suite, creating an almost unsettling sense of suspension above the city. The dining area comfortably seats four, though I've found it's the perfect setting for those intimate late-night conversations that simply can't happen in public venues. The bedroom floats in its own sea of tranquility, with a king-size bed positioned to wake with Tokyo's skyline as your first morning companion. The bedside controls, handcrafted in camphor wood, allow one to adjust everything from lighting to room temperature without disturbing one's repose. But it's the bathroom that truly separates the Aman from lesser establishments. The oversized bathtub, carved from a single block of basalt, commands center stage with views across Tokyo Station and Tokyo Bay. The suite comes equipped with not merely a minibar, but a proper wine cellar stocked with vintages that would satisfy even the most discerning palate. Non-alcoholic beverages are complimentary, a thoughtful touch, though I suspect few who book this category of accommodation concern themselves with such economies. Yet the true luxury here isn't measured in square footage or thread counts, but in the staff's supernatural ability to anticipate needs before they arise. Throughout your stay, you'll be addressed by name with a frequency that suggested telepathy rather than training. But perhaps the most telling sign of Aman's understated excellence lies in how they've managed to create a sanctuary that feels distinctly Japanese, while avoiding the theatrical kimono-clad service that lesser hotels employ. Instead, the Aman embraces the true essence of Japanese hospitality, anticipatory, discreet, and flawlessly executed. Though to fully appreciate such perfection, we have to understand why this iconic structure exists in the first place by going back in time. The Aman Tokyo represents far more than merely a luxury hotel. It stands as the physical manifestation of a bold strategic pivot for a brand that built its reputation on remote tranquility. You see, the Aman story begins in 1988, when Indonesian hotelier Adrian Zeka unveiled Amanpuri in Phuket, Thailand, a property that redefined luxury hospitality by charging rates reportedly 5 times higher than local competitors. My great-uncle, who attended the opening, still reminisces about how it made the peninsula feel positively pedestrian, and the name Aman, Sanskrit for peace, perfectly encapsulated Zeka's vision. Intimate retreats where privacy and serenity reigned supreme. Early expansion saw properties emerge in Indonesia, French Alps, and Bora Bora by 1992, each maintaining the signature small footprint with typically fewer than 55 rooms. And what distinguished these properties was their extraordinary service standard. A staff-to-guest ratio of 6:1 created an atmosphere where needs were anticipated before they materialized. Then, the brand's trajectory shifted dramatically in 2014 when Vladislav Doronin acquired Aman, becoming CEO and chairman. Under his stewardship, the once purely remote-focused brand began eyeing urban frontiers while maintaining its core ethos. I recall discussing this evolution with a property developer at a Monaco fundraiser who described it as bringing the mountain to Muhammad, a crude analogy perhaps, but not entirely inaccurate. Now, Aman Tokyo emerged as the Japanese embodiment of this strategic evolution, opening December 22, 2014, as the group's first urban property. The location itself tells a story of transformation, occupying the top 6 floors of the Otemachi Tower, built upon the site of a demolished 16-story Mizuho Bank building. Construction of this dramatic metamorphosis began in 2012, following the demolition of the previous structure, with the tower itself completed structurally by 2013. The Aman interior required another full year of meticulous craftsmanship, hardly surprising given the level of detail evident in every corner. Kerry Hill Architects, having designed several previous Aman properties, collaborated closely on an 8-year planning process that aligned with the tower's development timeline. The decision to incorporate traditional Japanese ryokan elements, from camphor wood to washi paper, shoji doors, and stone furo baths, represented a masterful cultural translation of Aman's aesthetic into an urban context. And the strategic intent behind Aman Tokyo's creation transcended mere expansion. According to Doronin himself, Japan served as the perfect model for Aman's urban evolution, offering both dynamic cultural and business experiences alongside remote properties like Amanemu and Aman Kyoto. Indeed, we might imagine board meetings where PowerPoint slides illustrated the concept of having one's proverbial cake while also consuming it. From its 84 rooms and suites, guests enjoy panoramic views encompassing the Imperial Palace Gardens and, on clear days, Mount Fuji herself, physical manifestations of the natural world made accessible from within Tokyo's financial heart. The 30-meter pool and onsen-style baths create sanctuary spaces that transport guests from urban intensity to meditative calm in mere moments. What makes Aman Tokyo truly revolutionary is how it maintains the brand's DNA while adapting to urban reality. The choice of Tokyo, a global financial center with unparalleled cultural richness, allowed Aman to capture both business travelers and luxury seekers, creating a serene sanctuary amid metropolitan energy. Today, Aman's urban expansion continues with properties in New York and forthcoming projects in Bangkok, Beverly Hills, and Dubai, each following the template pioneered in Tokyo. The brand now encompasses 35 properties across 20 countries, with Aman Tokyo consistently recognized as among the world's finest urban hotels. Yet for all this strategic brilliance, the true magic of Aman Tokyo lies in the guest experience that unfolds within its rarefied walls, an aspect worthy of detailed exploration in our next chapter. The morning ritual at Aman Tokyo elevates the simple act of breakfast to an art form that would make most Michelin establishments reconsider their approach. The Japanese breakfast presents a sophisticated, multi-tiered affair that transforms each morning into a refined culinary experience. The presentation arrives on lacquered trays with precise attention to seasonality, a principle that exemplifies traditional Japanese dining philosophy. Each morning brings new delights, perhaps perfectly grilled seasonal fish, delicate tamago, house-pickled vegetables in varying stages of fermentation, and rice cooked with such precision that each grain maintains its individual integrity while forming a cohesive whole. The restaurant staff possesses that rare combination of warmth and discretion that defines truly exceptional service. Preferences are remembered without consulting notes, servers appear precisely when needed, and maintain sufficient distance when conversation turns to matters better kept private. The attention to detail extends to specialty tea selections, each brewed at precise temperatures to extract optimal flavor profiles. For those with Western preferences, the kitchen produces pastries that would make Parisian bakers question their life choices. The croissants achieve that precise balance of exterior crackle and interior honeycomb structure that demonstrates the kitchen's technical mastery, regardless of culinary tradition. The spa experience transcends typical hotel wellness offerings. The 30-meter pool appears to float above Tokyo's skyline, offering swimmers panoramic views stretching toward Mount Fuji on clear days, a backdrop that transforms an ordinary exercise routine into a meditative experience. And the traditional Japanese bath facilities incorporate elements of bathing culture without claiming to be natural onsen, providing a refined interpretation of this centuries-old tradition. Treatment rooms maintain the property's aesthetic dialogue between traditional Japanese elements and contemporary luxury. The massage treatments incorporate techniques from traditional shiatsu alongside international methods, customized to individual needs. The result offers a transcendent relaxation experience that makes even the city's persistent energy feel distant and muted. The fitness facilities contain premium equipment positioned to capitalize on those panoramic views, and morning exercise feels considerably less arduous when accompanied by a sunrise over Tokyo Bay. The personal trainers, available upon discreet request, come with impressive backgrounds, offering customized regimens for guests seeking additional guidance. Even the in-room technology achieves that elusive balance between capability and simplicity. Controls for lighting, temperature, and curtains are intuitive enough to operate without consulting instruction manuals, a stark contrast to certain properties where summoning additional pillows requires an engineering degree. Frequent guests of prestigious hotel groups like Peninsula and Four Seasons often remark after their first Aman Tokyo experience that it has ruined every other hotel for them, a sentiment that initially seems hyperbolic until one experiences it firsthand. For dinner, the hotel's restaurant Ava, where the personable Niccolo Braccialente serves as host, delivers contemporary Italian cuisine executed with Japanese precision. The restaurant's ethos of celebrating local seasonal ingredients mirrors the property's overall commitment to authenticity, elevated through technical excellence. But to truly understand what elevates Aman Tokyo above its competitors, one must examine the staff's preternatural ability to personalize experiences without the theatrical performance lesser establishments mistake for luxury service, a subject worthy of further exploration in our next chapter. Step beyond the rarefied atmosphere of Aman Tokyo, and one discovers that its strategic positioning in Otemachi offers guests privileged access to one of Tokyo's most sophisticated commercial districts, a neighborhood where corporate titans and imperial history coexist in fascinating proximity. The Otemachi district stands as a symbol of Japanese financial prowess, housing major corporations and prestigious news organizations whose headquarters create the district's distinctly professional weekday ambiance. The juxtaposition of gleaming skyscrapers against the nearby Imperial Palace grounds creates a uniquely Japanese dialogue between modernity and tradition, rather like encountering a Zen master at a board meeting. For those inclined toward retail therapy without venturing into Tokyo's labyrinthine streets, the hotel's own boutique provides a carefully curated shopping experience. Open daily from 10 in the morning until 6 in the evening, this refined space offers Japanese design and lifestyle products that reflect the property's aesthetic sensibilities. The Aman Essentials collection presents handcrafted leather accessories, natural skincare formulations, and elegant fragrances, perfect for those seeking souvenirs several tiers above the usual tourist trinkets. More ambitious retail expeditions begin with Tokyo Station, a short stroll from the hotel's entrance. Beyond its architectural significance and transportation function, this landmark houses Grandsta Tokyo, a subterranean shopping complex with over 150 establishments offering everything from regional delicacies to exquisite handicrafts. The station's exclusive souvenirs provide acquisition opportunities difficult to replicate elsewhere, particularly valuable for those who appreciate the impressed expressions such gifts elicit at dinner parties months later. The Marunouchi building, developed by the Mitsubishi Group in 1923, presents another dimension of Japanese retail excellence. Its distinctive red brick facade houses more than 130 shops and eateries across dedicated shopping and restaurant zones. The latter, occupying the 5th and 6th floors, offers dining with impressive views of Tokyo Station's evening illumination, the kind of vantage point that makes one feel appropriately positioned above the urban fray. Directly opposite stands the Shin Marunouchi building, colloquially known as Shin Marubiru among those who appreciate demonstrating local knowledge. Its 5 lower floors contain approximately 150 shops and restaurants, while the 7th floor terrace provides panoramic vistas that capture Tokyo Station in all its architectural glory. The experience combines commerce and contemplation in a manner that feels distinctly Japanese. For those seeking a more intimate retail environment, Marunouchi Brick Square offers specialty establishments adjacent to the Mitsubishi Ichigoken Museum. Its elegant design creates a shopping atmosphere removed from the utilitarian transactionalism of lesser retail environments. The complex connects to Otemachi Station via underground passages, ensuring one's carefully selected acquisitions remain protected from inclement weather. Venturing slightly further afield, Koreido Muromachi in the Nihonbashi district presents Japanese heritage through a contemporary lens. Its multiple buildings operate under the evocative concept of Japan Lively Nihonbashi, offering regional foods and traditional crafts curated for those who appreciate cultural authenticity. The selection rivals what one might discover during weeks of provincial travel, though packaged in significantly more convenient form. Nijibashi Square near the Imperial Palace rounds out the neighborhood's retail landscape, providing additional shopping set against the verdant backdrop of imperial grounds. The juxtaposition of commerce against such historic significance creates a shopping experience that transcends mere acquisition, though acquisition remains the primary objective. What distinguishes this neighborhood from Tokyo's more tourist-oriented districts like Ginza or Shibuya is its sophisticated, business-centric character. The emphasis on quality and convenience rather than spectacle creates a retail environment better suited to discerning clients, the sort who recognize that true luxury often whispers rather than shouts. The area's superb connectivity, with Otemachi Station linking multiple subway lines, including Marunouchi, Chiyoda, Tozai, Hanzomon, and Toemita, ensures seamless access to other parts of the city. Underground passages protect one from weather fluctuations that might otherwise interrupt a carefully planned expedition, demonstrating the Japanese gift for anticipating needs before they manifest. This neighborhood, with its blend of imperial history and contemporary commerce, creates a fitting environment for Aman Tokyo, a property that similarly balances traditional aesthetics with modern luxury. The shopping opportunities, ranging from exclusive hotel boutiques to multi-floor commercial complexes, provide diverse acquisition possibilities without ever requiring guests to compromise on sophistication. And now I'd like to see you in the comments. Have you been to Tokyo before? Or if you want to and haven't yet, how do you like the style of this hotel? I can't wait to hear from you. And thanks for joining me for another episode. Ta-ta for now.